California, right on the bay. That's the setting for the Nets. The rangy big man, Nick Claxton, he'll need to be locked in on both ends as they ramp themselves up for this game at Chase Center. Nets, Warriors. And Greg, we don't expect the pace to be fast tonight. These teams operate in the half court, don't they?
Exactly. There's so much transition offense in this league. It's interesting to watch teams execute in the half court.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Porter and Clowney up in the forward spots. Demon's out there with Terrence Mann. And it's Claxton in at the center position. Porzingis passes to Curry. Porzingis sets the pick for Curry. They get it back.
A towering presence inside. When Porzingis is this close, you almost have to foul.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
The line for the Warriors, Kristaps Porzingis, taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Porzingis. And RJ, you played 7 seasons in a Nets uniform, the most with any of your teams.
Yeah, it was a great way to start my career consistently in the playoff picture. It was really the most sustained success that the franchise has enjoyed.
No good on the second free throw. RJ, there were questions about the 2 timeline approaching Golden State, but some of those young guys have made a difference.
And some haven't. But those team-friendly contracts of those younger players, that's one advantage. And a way to keep that energetic talent around their young star.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
Pass to Mann. To the left side wing. Demon sinks the triple.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Screen by Porzingis. Over in the corner, Green. And the 3 off target. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Demon, that's good.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's his second foul committed with a lot of game left. Gotta be careful.
Aaron Sharp, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Back to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Look, forget those long jumpers, Kristaps. Use that size. Rock the rim.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Up top, Sharp. Sinks that one from the post. Now Curry. He had 25 points last game. Porzingis sets the pick for Curry to the inside. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Curry. Porzingis has got his second bucket of the night.
Inside, Porzingis can pretty much take what he wants. He's just too tall.
Pass to Mann. Now Sharp. The kick out to Porter. Here's Clowney. Just 5 on the clock. They set the pick. Here's Mann. From outside, off the mark. Warriors have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Curry finds Porzingis. Back to Curry for the 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
I mean, they went into that one with the thought that they may have a chance. No.
You don't see a lot of blowouts in the NBA, so you're surprised whenever you see a lopsided score.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Back to Porter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Demon. No good on the triple. The Warriors leading. Curry with it. Hard to imagine, but the stats are tremendous as he averages close to 27 points a game.
That is the sharpest weapon in Curry's arsenal. Most times you assume any three-point shot he gets up is going in.
Richard, be honest, did you expect Curry to have this kind of career when he was drafted into the NBA?
I don't think anyone expected Steph to have such a transformative career. He's more than a superstar. He's an icon and an excellent ambassador for the game.
Shot IQ has always been a strength for Butler. He's not one to force up a bad shot.
It's Porter atop the key over Butler. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Golden State. 6-point lead. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Yeah, they seem unfazed by the hostile environment. I mean, just look at how efficiently they shot the ball.
Porzingis passes to Curry. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Pass to man. Here's Demon. Guarded by Curry. Baseline jumper. And Sharp has it in the corner. Here's Demon. Porzingis with the block.
Those long arms of Porzingis are a serious factor on defense. His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
Pass to Porter. Inside. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a three-point play. It's on Porzingis.
And easy to understand why many believe Porter is the complete package. Skilled at making the correct pass.
Outside Curry. Now here's Butler. And they pick up two. Butler's got his second bucket of the game to go.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does. And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And don't go away. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
You can't overstate how much interior defense can shape the game. They have a distinct advantage there, and they have turned it into a lead.
And you look at the addition of Jimmy Butler. G.A., why has he been such a fit for the Warriors?
He really is an unselfish, high IQ superstar, and that's what the Warriors are all about. And his isolation, interior scoring has given them another look offensively.
The forward spots will be Butler and Green. Seth Curry is out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 roaming the paint. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks a lot, guys. Well, Draymond Green is getting serious in the weight room. He said, one thing I learned is you have to lift weights. I was always naturally strong, so I was like, what do I need to lift for? These guys can't move me right now. But your body needs to be able to withstand the pounding of a long season. Guys?
Okay, Allie, we thank you.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Porzingis with a screen on Martin. Curry passes to Porzingis. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Porzingis has got 9 points.
Determination from Porzingis through that contact.
Pass to Curry. Golden State moving it around. And it's Green missing. Nets trail by 10. Down low. Here's Sharp. Porzingis with the block.
The ridiculous reach of Porzingis. There is no way he was letting that through.
And here is Curry. Now Porzingis. Defended by Sharp. Here's Curry. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. So, G.A., when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible. Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation.
That's good from Stephen Curry. And Greg, the way the floor is spaced now, how much would you enjoy playing in this current environment?
I'm lacing up my kicks as you say that. It would have been a lot of fun. But not only do you have more room to operate, defenders practically, they can't touch you.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Zaire Williams. Mann comes in for Powell. And Demon subbed in for Martin. And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And this is where the power rankings sort of lock in as we begin to look toward the postseason. You look at the Timberwolves. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
I think for the Warriors, they've really come together. You can see the confidence in their body language, playing with that sustained focus. That's why they're leading this division.
Sharp takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Sharp's got 4 points now in the quarter. Porzingis sets the pick for Curry. It's stolen. Pass to Demon. Here's Wolf, guarded by Green. Here's Demon. He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Curry. He's got 13. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
An absolute superb facilitator because Curry is such a lights-out shooter, it opens up passing lanes for him.
To Demon. Outside Porter. The three-pointer, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Porzingis kicks to Curry. Porzingis sets the pick for Curry. No good on the three. Nets trail by 10. Here's Wolf. Man in the corner. To Demon. Outside Porter from downtown. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Porter's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Warriors leading by 7.
2 minutes remaining.
Porzingis sets the pick for Curry. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Brooklyn's gone 1 or 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And in a little over a decade, the Nets, GA, having to rebuild from the ashes of 2 super team iterations.
The short time span between shows how quickly they can turn things around. And with a treasured trove of picks in the coming years, they look to climb that mountain once again.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Brooklyn making a change here. Let's quickly go to the rookie leaderboard to see which rookies have piled up the most assists since the All-Star break. And you look at Demon, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
He's making progress in his first season in the league, and his command of their offense and opposing defenses improves every time he takes the floor.
Claxton with the steal. Porter against Curry. Pass to Mann. They set the pick to the inside. Deflects the pass. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. As the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Western Conference standings. We'll take a look at the Warriors. They've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far.
And for the Warriors, they're in good position, firmly in the playoff picture. They don't have to worry about the play-in scenario at this point, and that's how they want to keep it.
And Claxton throws it down.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Outside Curry. Porzingis at the elbow. Back to Curry. Outside Butler. To the middle. And the dunk by Porzingis.
There's the all-around game of Butler. A nice assist to cash in on that.
Here's Man. Still scoreless. On the wing, Porter. It's tipped. It's stolen by Green. Pass to Porzingis. There's 18 seconds left in the first half of the game. Green deciding where to go with it. 4 on the clock. Butler passes to Porzingis. Claxton with the steal. And we finished one half of basketball. Warriors lead by 8. Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
28.
I'm here with Coach Kerr. And Steve, what's your assessment of that first half of play and any changes in mind?
Well, we'll see. We have to adjust during the game if we see something that's hurting us. But I thought the defense was pretty solid overall. We'll see how it goes from here.
Thanks, Allie. Much appreciated. Halftime now, and we'll be back to get the third quarter underway in just a moment.
Hello, folks. The first half is in the books, and we've got a lead on the scoreboard for Golden State.
3 has been their magic number. They are shooting that thing. Shooting it for real. Hitting those shots opens up everything for them. They should have a lot of room to operate in the second half.
And let's move on to the race for Rookie of the Year. A lot of young talent in the league this season.
These guys have...
And that'll do it for halftime.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. One half to go. Curry has been sensational.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
So for Brooklyn now, Porter and Clowney up in the forward spots. Demons out there with Terrence Mann. And it's Claxton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Curry outside. The 3 ball from Curry.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor space.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks. Those who've worked with Nets coach Jordi Fernandez rave about his people skills. He said, quote, "Am I very good at it? I don't know, but I try because I think it's important. When you have that relationship, especially in the tough moments, is when you can break through and be successful. Without it, it's tough, so you try to build it." Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Allie. And Claxton throws it down.
And they answer right back with as much force as possible.
This is a heavyweight battle, isn't it? Both teams trading punches. And here's Porzingis. He's got 13. Curry outside. Trains the three-pointer. Curry's got the lead up to 14 now for the Warriors.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
Let's keep it going for your Warriors dancer.
Taking a look here at some of the numbers for Jimmy Butler. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. To the paint. Here's Clowney. Porzingis with the block.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Look, when you've made your first 3 shots of the half, I think it's okay for a heat check.
In GA, we know Coach Steve Kerr has been up front. In order to win, the Warriors need to take and make a lot of threes.
Well, it's the superpower of their best player, and the arrival of Jimmy Butler has provided some balance, but threes are still their best bet.
Here's Demon. 7 points in the game. Pass to Claxton. Here's Demon. 6 to shoot. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Rough start to the second half for them, only getting 1 of the past 4 shots to fall.
Porzingis kicks to Curry. Back to Porzingis. Outside for Curry. Outside Curry. There's the 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Brooklyn. It's a 14-point game. Here's Demon. Good, and a nice assist from Porter.
3.
Porter's got 5 assists tonight.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Pass to Curry. And the Warriors miss again.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
Here's Clowney, guarded by Green. Here's Demon. 3-pointer. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
And Curry has it in the corner. Outside, Green. Butler from outside. It's hauled in by Claxton. Nets trail by 8. Pass to Clowney. Here's Demon, guarded by Curry. Here's Claxton, and the basket is good. Claxton's got 8 points.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
All the momentum seems to be running in their favor. They're close to taking the lead.
Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
I know Coach loves seeing Porzingis score at will. He is big.
1:29 left in the third quarter of the game. And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. He's checked in for the Warriors. Let's take this opportunity to show you the teams that have been the best three-point shooting squads over the last 10 games. Second, the Warriors.
The 3 has become a major weapon for them over this stretch. Great movement on the perimeter. They're not taking any bad shots.
1:25 left to play here in the third. Pass to Williams. Five on the clock. With the shot. And he starts out with the miss in this one. Warriors leading by 8. Back to Porzingis. And the rejection by Claxton. Golden State moving it around. Curry with a wide open look. Drains it from 17 feet out. Curry's got 24 points.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
Pass to Martin. Paxton a screen on Curry. Back to Williams. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Now, here's Moody, covered by Martin. Curry passes to Porzingis. And here is Moody. There's Green with the 3. No good that time. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime-dropping ability.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. The forward spots will be Butler and Green. Moody is out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Porzingis in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the Warriors' 5. Moody finds Curry. Inside. Pass to Moody. Curry on the wing. Shoots from the baseline, and it falls over the rim and in. Curry's got 10 points here in the second half.
Making use of the in-between area. Curry's ability to break defenses down opens up these shots.
It's Porter outside. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
And when healthy, Porzingis is a highly impactful player. He is a 7-foot wing that really spaces the floor.
And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Warriors.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And on top of that, they've really been dialed in from deep, just dropping triple after triple.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Brownie's checked in. Martin, the pass to Sharp. Here's Clowney over Green, and Clowney can't get it to go. Pass to Moody, and the slam by Moody.
The lead just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Good on the three-point shot.
Boy, they have been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Martin against Curry. Porzingis sets the pick for Curry. Curry, laser-guided shot from deep range.
Goodness, this man is ripping 3 after 3. An incredible display of shooting.
Outside, Porter. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
That was an emphatic answer by Porter Jr., looking to dominate him from beyond.
Down low. Curry always finds a way, this time inside.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basket.
Porzingis with the block. Back to Curry. 14 feet away, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Curry's got 17 now, just in the second half. Williams outside. From 12 feet, Green whips down the board. And so Green will bring it up for the Warriors. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Up top, Porzingis. Curry against Martin. Lets it go! That shot, no good.
I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised he missed that.
On the wing, Williams. Guarded by Green. And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now.
at the line for two.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. Demon comes in for Martin. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey guys, well, Jordy Fernandez was just reviewing the plan with his team. He questioned his team's effort, asking them, should I put in the bench right now? Wake up, guys. We can still win this game, but I need you all to play like you believe you can. Not exactly a fun huddle to listen in on, guys.
All right, Allie, thank you. Here's Porter. Here's Demon. Williams outside, beyond the arc. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter. Screen by Claxton. Clock at 6. Yeah, count it.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
Porzingis.
Okay, let me be very, very clear. No matter where he is on the floor, Porzingis is a tough cover.
Second team foul. At the line.
That free throw good from Porzingis. And Brooklyn making a change here. Man's checked in. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Nets trail by 13. Finishes inside on the nice dish.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
Curry deciding where to go with it. Now Porzingis takes the shot. And it misses. Now Porter. Claxton. Layup no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him. And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Warriors.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Porzingis.
His overall stat line really says it all. I think a triple-double game for him, getting it done everywhere on the floor.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us on this presentation from 2K Sports. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Kristaps Porzingis.